Now, the global markets as it stands right now, they are exploding, and this comes after President Trump officially announced that he's going to pause tariffs for 90 days on all the countries that have reached out to the United States, of course, or on all of the countries except China. China, he increased the tariffs to 125%. This is from the 104% that was announced yesterday. Today it escalated to 125%. He said China doesn't have respect to the global markets, and this is the reason why he's deciding to punish them even further by escalating the tariffs to 125%. But other countries, for the next 90 days, they are off the hook, or the tariffs are currently suspended, which is why the markets are doing exceptionally well. I mean, as I'm doing this video, the S&P 500, it's up almost 8%, whilst the Dow, it's up almost 7%, and Nasdaq, it's up over 10%. Stocks like Tesla up 10%, AMD up 10%, Nvidia up 10%, Nike up 10%, and this comes as a result of the temporary suspension of the tariffs onto all of the countries except China. China, unfortunately, they are going to remain with the 125 tariffs because Trump, or President Trump, said that they disrespected, of course, the world's markets, which is something that it's not good, right? I mean, our very own NEO, Xpeng, Lioro, Alibaba, in as much as some other stocks are going up as high as almost up 20%, Chinese equities are up. I think when I check the most, Xpeng is the one that is up almost 8%. Otherwise, NEO it's up over 5%. Lioro it's up over 5%. Then we've got Alibaba also up over 5%. Yes, they are also on a green, but they are not going as high as the other stocks, or as the other US stocks, right? Which is something that is not good, right? I mean, this is because President Trump, like I said, he's punishing uh, China for retaliating, for fighting back, and we never know where this will end because, look, China said they are going to continue fighting. They are going to continue fighting, and guess what? I think even tomorrow, China is going to retaliate with even more measures. It's like we are watching Monopoly, or we're watching a game of some sort, because when one person makes another move, the other makes another move. So this back and forth, no one knows where it's going to head to, or when is it going to come to an end. But one thing that we know is that obviously things are not, or are still not looking good between the United States of America and obviously China. I mean, all of these tariffs that the United States of America had imposed into various countries all over the world, not only were they going to have an impact into those countries, but they were also going to sort of like have an impact into the US as well. And President Trump knows that, of course, something had to be done. Things could not go on like that, honestly, because most countries, it would be difficult for the United States to strike deals with some of these countries that they are punishing, or that they had imposed these tariffs on. And therefore, this temporary suspension for 90 days or for the next 3 months, I suppose it's good, because it will give them some interactions between these countries with the United States of America, and hopefully the tariffs that get officiated are way lower than the ones that we're seeing, right? I mean, he said one thing though is that the 10% tariff which were imposed on the 2nd of April, those tariffs will stand. So all countries will have 10% tariffs, except China, of course, that has 125%. The other countries will have 10% tariffs, and I think there will be some negotiating that takes place during these 3 months, which maybe after 3 months, some country won't have tariffs maybe at all, whilst others will just have minimum. But some, I'm quite certain that he's just going to hit them with almost the same tariffs that they had received before he paused this whole thing. So it is good. The markets are good. The markets are recovering. I mean, even for the Chinese equities, in as much as, yes, we are not seeing them surging as much. But look, man, they are surging. It's good. Everything is green, or almost everything is green in the markets, which is something that is very exciting to see, because who would have thought that things could change this fast? Who would have thought that we'll see the wheel changing completely so fast, especially in the markets? This shows that the markets, it can easily panic. I mean, if you saw how quickly the markets panicked after Trump imposed those tariffs onto various countries, I mean, this just shows you that obviously for us, playing it long is the safest bet, because those that panic right now, I'm quite certain that some of them have already started regretting why they let go of some of these stocks. I'm quite certain that those that sold their stock because of the tariffs that were imposed onto various countries, they never thought that this could happen. They never thought that Trump could pause these tariffs for 90 days this soon. They never thought this could happen, and some people were still anticipating to get proper entries on some of the stocks, proper entries on some of the indices, on some of the equities, and guess what? It's not coming. The stocks are surging, and these might continue and take back the stock market to the level where it was, and even rise even higher, because the president of the United States just announced a pause onto the tariffs which he imposed. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd quickly come and give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I think we are good for now, but again, China for China, yeah, things are still looking bad. Things are not looking good at all. And let's wait, let's see what happens. China might retaliate again tomorrow onto the United States of America. But China might even come with more tariffs tomorrow. But let's wait, let's see what happens. But otherwise, you never know. Maybe China retaliating is what led President Trump to even pause these tariffs that he had imposed onto various countries. It might be the case, you know that. But anyways, let's not go deep onto that. But we are happy. Everyone is happy. Everything is green. And I hope those that sold due to the panic after the tariffs were imposed, they learned a lesson. They'll come back in the market, and we all invest into the stocks. I'll see you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because it takes me some time to make this video. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you all.